Hello, my friends. It's Nancy Bastine, and I'm coming back today to sew the signatures in my book, in one of my little books, because one of my viewers was disappointed that I went offline last time to do my other little book because she doesn't know how to sew signatures in. So basically, I don't really, for these little ones, I don't really measure. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm putting 2 signatures in here. So I just set them in my book like this, in the spine, like so, like this. And my camera is Screw Valley. And so then I tore a piece of paper. First of all, I measured how big I wanted my signatures, and then I cut them all to that measurement. Now I have this little piece of paper in here, and I'm going to mark the 3 holes. I'm not going to be really particular, but because we need to measure, so I'm going to go about a 1/4 of an inch down from the top would be right there. So I'm going to mark a hole right there. And I'm going to do the same here. That's more like a 1/2 inch. So I think that's a 1/4 of an inch. Well, let's mark it a 1/2 inch. So that would be the second line in on this ruler. So let's see here. So I'm going to mark it about right there. Then I'm going to go down to this one, and my paper's not quite even, but I can see my signatures. So I'm going to go about right there, mark a hole there, and then I'm going to kind of, I have a 0 here, so I'm going to kind of find my center on this ruler, and I'm going to mark a hole, or mark a place right there. Alright, now I'm going to put this as top. You want to make sure you keep your top. So this is top, and this is top. So you want to make sure you have your tops together and your bottoms together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my pokey tool here. And usually I have a book or something, but I don't have any because I've kind of packed them all away. So I guess I could put it on here, but I'm not. I'm just going to go here and poke my hole. And I'm making them quite big because I'm using this, I'm going to use this twine, because that's all I could find. Everything else is packed. I should put a clip on this so my paper won't move. And Then I'm going to go here and make sure I'm in the spine, in the fold, and I'm going to poke a hole here, and I'm going to go down here on the other end and make sure I'm in the spine and poke a hole there. Alright, so now I have these poked in this signature. So now I'm going to clip them together so I keep them together. And that's top and this, you know, I want to make sure I keep them all together. And I need a drink of water. Hang on. Now I might burp because that's mineral water. So here I go with my second signature. And I'm going to mark this as top. I'm sorry about that, guys. And I'm going to put my paper back in and fold it so I have it in the center fold. I'm going to put another clip on it so it doesn't move. And I'm going to go in here and hopefully I'm in the center. You always want to make sure you're in the fold. Okay, there's one. And here is the second one. And here is the third one. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I have already drawn my lines in my, right here in my spine of my book. So I'm going to take this little piece of paper off and I'm going to make sure I have these clipped together, my signatures. Set those aside, and I'm going to turn this paper inside out, okay, like that. I really need, and so then I'm going to go on my little lines here, make sure I'm, okay, wait a minute here, okay, this is the front, and this is the top. Okay, make sure you got your top of your book. And so then I'm going to go in here with the where I mark these little lines on here. I folded this paper in half and I'm going to mark on here, right here, and right here, and right here. And I'm going to move it up on this other line, and I'm going to mark here and here. Now this is probably not really the right way to do it. You really need to go to another YouTube video and watch somebody that's really professional that knows how to do it. Okay, so now I'm going to poke these holes, and I'm hopefully going to make them right. So, here I go. So I'm going to poke one here, on that. I felt it go through. And I'm going come over here on this line and I'm going to poke another one. Now if you're putting in a bunch of signatures, if you have a big spine like this one did, and I had 4 signatures, I put them like, let me see, where's my ruler? Ruler. I made my lines 1/4 of an inch apart from each other, all down this spine of this one, because I put 4 signatures in here. So yeah, so I put 4 lines down inside of here, and then I measured and poked my holes. Okay, so with this one, I don't mean to confuse you, but with this one on the inside, I drew lines across like this with my pencil all the way across, and then I drew lines this way and this way and this way where I was going to poke my holes, so that I had my holes lined up with my signatures. Okay, so okay, I don't mean to say that a lot. Alrighty, so now we're going to poke our holes. We're going to go to the top. I didn't mark the top. You want to mark the top. So this is the top. This is the top. So you don't get confused. If you're making a lot of signatures, you might get confused on top and bottom, and then your line, you won't be lined up correctly when you go to sew your signatures in. You'll be off. So that's the reason you mark the top, and sometimes you should mark the bottom, but if you had a ton of signatures, I guess you could do that. Now I have 10 pieces of paper in each signature, and folded in half, that's given me a lot of signatures. Okay, I'm going to go up here, poke this one, and I hope I'm correct. Because if I'm not correct, they won't fit in there right. So here I go, poking this one. And then I'm going to poke this one. Okay, this one's a little harder to get in. It's a little easier if you have a book rocker, I think that's what they're called, where you can sit this right in the center, or you sit it in the center of a book, like a phone book or something, and you just go in there and poke. Okay, so now I'm getting these ready to sew in. So I have my needle partially threaded. I wanted to make sure this hole was big enough for this twine. So I'm going to measure 1, 2, and 3. That's probably going to be too much, but that's what we're going to cut. And we'll go do that again. We'll measure 1, 2, and 3. And you'll probably have some left over. Alrighty. Now, here we go. We're going to sew these in. So we're going to get our first ones, and we're going to, okay, there's the top, and there's the top. So we're going to go in here. We're going to go in our middle hole this way, and we're going to put ours, we're going to put it through the hole. Boy, this blue, greenish blue looks pink on here. This is not pink, guys. It's greenish blue. I can't imagine why that looks pink. Weird. Alright, so we go into the first hole, and this is why I wanted my holes big. Hang on, I'm going to have to get my jewelry pliers, and I need to round all these boxes. I didn't think I was going to have to do that to pull it through. But it looks like I'm going to have to, so I didn't make my holes that big. I didn't want great big holes. Okay, I'm going to pull this through. Alright, now you want to go through, and you want to hold on to a little piece of, you don't want your string to go all the way through, okay? I had some repositional tape here, and I was going to tape it down with that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I move things around, and then I pack things, and then I can't find things, and you know how it goes. Well, I can't find my tape, so we will just, it's probably right here in front of my nose. Here it is. I moved it over on the shelf. Okay, so I'm going to put, this is Scotch removable tape, and I don't have very much left of it, so I have a little piece right here. And I might see if I can use. So I'm going to tape this down because I know this will come off. So, okay, so I'm taping that down. Alright, now I'm going to go up. It doesn't matter which hole you're going to go, but you're going to go up through the spine and through your signatures. Okay, this is why I do it off camera. Alright. And I'm going to use this and push my needle through and pull it up. Okay. Alright, so now you want to pull this pretty tight. So this part is tight and your signatures are tight. Now we're going to go all the way down to the bottom hole. And you want to get your needle through your holes. Oh, why are my holes not matching up? You see, this is the reason I don't do this on. Okay, so I want to make sure that is pulled tight, and then I'm going to go through my spine. I have been having, Houston's having difficulty seeing the hole. Alright. I'm getting my glasses on, see? Oh, everything looks pink. This is green. Okay, so make sure that's tight. And then I'm going to pull it through here, maybe. All right. Now we're going to pull that tight, and now we're going to come down to the middle hole again, and we want to come on the opposite side of that first string. So we want to push our needle. Push our needle and go through that hole on the opposite side of this string, okay? Opposite side of this. And use your pliers if you have to pull it through. Whoops. That's okay. Now you want to take your tape off, and I usually tape it to my table. And you want to pull these tight. You want to make sure these are tight. See how loose that is? You want to make sure it's tight. And you want to make sure that one's tight, and you want to make sure they're tight on the inside and tight right here. Then you're going to tie a knot. You're going to go around this. Okay. I'm going around with over the right-handed one, and I'm going over that way. Then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to take the left one, and I'm going to go around. I don't know if that's correct or not. The right one to make a square knot. And then I usually tie another knot, but this is going to be so thick, this twine. For security, and then I'm going to snip these off. And snip it off, snip it off. Now you can snip it off real close, down here by your knot, or you can leave them and put little danglies on them or whatever. So then you want to check and make sure that your signature is in there, and it's not quite in there straight. But you know what? I'm only human. My bottom's too far down. See that? My bottom's too far down. It's not centered in here. But I'm not going to worry about it because I'm going to go on to my next one now. So I'm going to thread my needle, if I can find it here. This is really stiff jute stuff. I think it's jute. Jute cord. It says for 5+. I guess I'm old enough to use it. Because I'm a little bit over 5. Not much, but I'm just a little bit over 5. Okay, go through there and not split. I don't want to split it in half. Alright, make sure you get this in here right. Gosh, I'm clear up on top of the camera. My goodness, I don't know why. I gotta figure out why this. Hang on a minute. I gotta figure out why this camera is, oh, the color is way off. I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out later. Alright, so I'm on top of the camera because it's way down low here today. So I'm trying to get this in my hole. There it is. So I didn't split the jute. Okay, so we have the top here and the top here. of our second signature. So we're going to go in the middle again. Now, if you want, you can, I'm on the wrong side, you can go in from the outside in, and then you'll have your knot on the outside, and then you can hang things off. But I'm going to probably put a little hole on the, like up here on the top of this one. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to punch a hole, and I'm going to set an eyelet in there, and have some danglies. Hang on a minute, I've got to adjust this camera. Don't get sick on me, okay? Okay. I come up a little higher. I thought it was right down on top of me. Still, the light, the colors are wrong. And I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to take these clips that went off. It's holding my signature. I'm going in the middle, and I'm finding my hole here. I'm going to do the same thing over that I did on the first one. Pull it through, and I'm going to tape it down. You can tape it down, you can clip it down, but you need to hold this tight because you don't want to pull it all the way through. Alright, so now I'm going to go to the bottom hole. Actually, I'm going to the top hole. I'm going to find the hole in my signature. Okay, alright guys. This is why I don't do it on camera. Because sometimes you just have a hard time. Alright, so here I go. I'm going to pull it up through here and take that clip off because my jute's tucked around it. Okay, I'm going to pull it up there, make sure it's even, which I didn't do with the other one. Make sure it's tight. Alright, I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. Go through this bottom one. And find the hole in my spine. Okay. I found it. Now I got to pull that through. You guys are getting the glory of this. My one viewer, you're getting all the glory of me struggling. All right, now what I didn't do with the other one, with the other signature, I didn't make sure that it was in there even. So I'm going to try a little harder with this one. Alright, I'm going to go back up the middle hole into my signature. And I missed my signature, so I'm going to... Oh my gosh. It shouldn't be this difficult, but I don't know why I'm making it that difficult. Other people don't have this difficulty, but I do. I'm trying to find the hole in my signature here, guys. I keep missing the hole. Ugh. You see how difficult I have? And I get all shaky and upset because I can't do this correctly. Okay. And I did something I shouldn't have done is I come up where that jute is and where my other thread was. I come up in the middle of it and I shouldn't have done that. Ugh. Alright, I'm going to make sure everything's tight. This one's not tight. So, I got to pull it. I got to pull it and make sure everything's tight. See, I can't figure out which is not tight. Okay, I got it figured out for you guys now. Now I'm gonna go tie my tie again. Okay. Make sure that's good and tight. And I'm going to trim it off a little bit. And these scissors don't cut nothing. Alright, there's my little book. And there's the outside, and there's the inside of the signatures. And I put plain paper in here because I watched Yanni. If I find her YouTube video, I'll attach it, where she made her little books out of cone type filters, coffee filters, and she glued stickers. She just made stickers on it, and I have got some clear transparent paper, sticker paper, and I have gone online and I wanted to show you this. This is printable sticker paper, printable vinyl, or not vinyl. Anyway, I stamped this with my stamp, and it doesn't smear. I don't know what's wrong with this. If I figure out why this color is so bad, I will adjust it. I need to plug my battery in because I'm gonna lose battery power here on my laptop, so hang on. So anyway, this is pink. It's not green. And then see, it's sticker paper, and it's clear. Well, it's kind of frosty. And it is beautiful. And I printed out, I went on line and I found free downloadable stickers, and I printed them out. I adjusted the size and printed them out. I wanted full page stickers because I didn't want to wait. Now I'm going to get some, I'm going to save this and I'll stamp on it. But I'm just going to do my little book. That's what I'm going to put in my little book, is these sticker things. Alright guys, there is my little book. I could have put another signature in, but I opted not to. So, hope you got your educational sewing in signatures. My one viewer that didn't know how. I probably am not a very good teacher, but that's the way it looks on the outside. So, alright guys, thanks for joining me today. And this is probably, I'm not going to say the last, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be, I want to do some napkin gluing on some, I found some cards and some envelopes, and I want to do some, I want to do a set of like stationery type stuff and make a set of that, like I saw Mags do it. Alright, thanks for coming along for the ride, and you know, do all the stuff. Subscribe and ring the little bell, and you'll get notifications when my next video is coming up. It might be a traveling to Utah. So far, the governor has not canceled anybody flying in, but anybody that comes into the state of Ohio is supposed to go on a 14-day quarantine, but I don't. My kids will be here for 7 days, and then we're going to get in a truck and drive across a few more states. So, hopefully this is going to go. Cross your fingers, guys. Cross your fingers for me. And ring the bell. And comment. Please comment. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Come on.